guy. Make sure he got the meeting. Make sure he got the meeting right. Let's see here. Okay. Are you good? Let's see. All right. Look at that. Here we go. Boom, boom, boom. They all coming on in. Coming on in. Coming on in. Coming on in. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Kind of cut the music off a little early. We were chit-chatting. But,
Sorry.
I always like to have – no, it's all good. I like having that music, too, and I like being able to see everybody come in so they can come in and start dancing a little bit. I am missing my coffee, though, darn it. Oh, as if I need another cup. Hi, Jill. How are you? Linda's in house. Look at this. And Michelle Smith. Let's see. There's some new faces here I haven't seen before. Is it Agata? Hello, Agata.
Yes, hi. Yes, Agata. I'm
Welcome.
on Shireen's team.
Well, awesome. Well, welcome.
Thank you.
Let's see here. I got to get is everybody in here? Did I forget some people? I have a hard time keeping up with this. There we go. I'll make sure Brent got in there. All right. Well, we'll get started here. 11:02. How's everybody doing? Welcome as people keep jumping in. Excited to see all these great, smiling, lovely faces. It's another amazing Tuesday. Can you believe it's almost Thanksgiving? Yeah. Literally, next Thursday is Turkey Day already. I felt like this year's flown right by. I feel like actually November just started, and now we're talking about Thanksgiving being next week already. So here we are, right? This end of the year is coming exciting. The cold weather, and for some, it's still the warm weather. We're actually getting a lot of rain out here in California as well, so we're kind of bringing it on. We need it. We have a huge drought. What's up, Linda Shane? How are you, my dear? Good to see everybody. Oh, your microphone's muted there. Awesome. So tell me something good. We had a great 3-day weekend, Veterans Day again. First off, I want to say thank you to all those that are veterans, served in the military, currently are serving. Thank you. Our hats off to you and our hearts. Thank you so much, especially you, Dylan. Thank you, guys. Yes, 3-day weekend for some people. Tell me something good. What do you guys got going on? Share it. If it made you happy, made you laugh, made you smile, we want to hear about it. And there's nothing too small or too weird.
My 4-month-old grandson rolled over yesterday, so that was very exciting in our house.
All right. Hey, that's a good feat right there. Starting to see some movement. Next thing you know, he's going to be walking around and you're going to be like, chasing him constantly. So there we go. Awesome, Brandy. Thanks for sharing. Anybody else?
Well, we had the hurricanes and then the tropical storm. So the area was quite a mess and we didn't know what to anticipate, but we do see the market coming back now. Thankfully, we've got clients calling, listings coming up, things are coming back to normal. So I'm grateful.
I love it. And glad to hear that, Linda. I was actually going to say something. I saw a post from Lona on Instagram. She got a new listing on live. I was so excited to see things are starting to move again out there for you guys and some sense of normalcy. So I'm so grateful and blessed you guys are good, safe, and alive, obviously, because that was pretty crazy out there. Holy moly. When was the last time something that wild happened to you guys in that area?
None of them. I've been here for Charlie, Irma, and that one. That was definitely the most devastating, scary, life-changing. So we hope not to see that again in my lifetime.
Absolutely. Well, we're going to pray and cross our fingers that never happens ever again for you guys.
Thank
Definitely.
you.
Awesome. Anybody else want to share something great?
I will.
I'll go. Go for it.
I just couldn't believe it. I had a listing appointment last week, and in 24 hours, we somehow got it staged and photographed and on the market. And what is so good for all of us is just it sold in less than 24 hours with 2 offers. So, there's still hot things happening in real estate. Yeah.
In Hawaii. Stuff. Absolutely. Good. That's exciting news for all the rest of us because we want to hear that. Send it our way.
Good stuff.
It's like Care Bears. Some people in Hawaii are like Care Bears. Just send it out to y'all. Love everywhere. Awesome. What's up, Leah? A pop by queen. I always love seeing your face there, my dear.
Good to see you guys.
Good to see you too. Anybody else got something want to share for the group? All right. Nope. Going once, going twice. Awesome. All right. Quick. We're going to take care of a couple of housekeeping things. FYI, just yesterday, just a reminder, Mondays, we are doing a scripts class. It is 8 a.m. Hawaii, 10 a.m. Pacific, and 1 p.m. Eastern. The link is in Google. How many, actually, by show of hands, real quick, have been in the Google Classroom? Okay. How many don't even know what it is? And just be okay with that. Like, I'm not even mad. Okay. Thank you, Tommy, for putting your hand out. I appreciate it. Real quick, Courtney, thank you. I'm going to share real fast here what this looks like, okay? So I'm going to share my screen here. And this, actually, for those who haven't seen it yet, you guys can all see my screen. Yes, Team Freedom. This is our screen. This is if you were to click on the little, whatever these little buttons are in Google, come down and hit the classroom with a clean chalkboard. This page right here pops up. Team Freedom is now part of. If you're not part of this, let me know, and I will send you a code or an invite to get in there. Once you're in here, this stream has everything that we post, like between myself and Marissa and anybody else that chimes in. Everything is like a Facebook. People can chime in and can comment on this, but everything is on this stream. Okay. If you hit classwork, classwork has all of the stuff, the Monday scripts class, the Tuesday team meeting, and the Thursday EXP Explain. Each one of these, you click on them, has the link to go to the Google Meetup for you guys all to join. Okay. If you want to get to the class drive folder, we just realized that not everybody is able to get in there. So this access to Team Freedom Google is the link to go to the classroom. And it looks like this. Okay. Everything we post on the stream will be in here as well. There's tons of links in here for scripts, podcasts, joining state guys, EXP links, the events calendar, everything you need, recruiting tools, team options, everything, our Team Freedom Facebook. So this is everything in here. Just FYI, I want to make sure everybody understands this so they can get an idea of what that looks like. Let's see, who had a question? Somebody had a question. Okay, Kristen, go ahead. Or Jill, whoever wants to answer, go for it.
Well, initially I raised my hand. I'm not sure if you caught that. It's Layla over in Hawaii, brand new.
Okay.
I was curious, you know, virtual with your little guy where you could walk around. If I were to download that, can I use my Oculus?
I can't really hear you. It sounds like you're kind of in a fishbowl. Can you get closer? Or no, it's all right.
Is it possible to use my Oculus for that virtual world?
I'm not catching that again. What was the word she said?
The virtual world. You know how they have the goggles?
The Oculus, the worlds. I don't know. For as far as using the EXP World Verbella, I don't believe that's relatable at this point. Those goggles with the world. I don't think they're yet. I don't know. Anybody on here know? I don't use the virtual goggles. Don't know anything about them.
Those are the meta ones. Used to go into this virtual world. They freak me out. They freak me out. I don't want to deal with it. It's like, ew.
Okay. All right.
So
yeah, I'm guessing it doesn't. So you probably don't have access to that. Yeah, I would say not. So anyways, I just want to make sure everybody understands how to get into Google Classroom. There's the link. Monday, we have scripts. Every Monday, it's weekly. So jump on there. We're going to do that for the team. Tuesday is team meetings. And Thursday, I do an EXP Explain. So weekly, that's every week. Just FYI. And that is your Google Classroom. I know some people.
Time, yeah?
Yes, same time. And somebody texts to see if you don't have the code, send me the code. Send me it needs to be an @gmail.com address too. It cannot be your exprealty.com address. It needs to be an @gmail.com address. Send that to me. I will send you the code and invite you to the class. Okay. That's the only way you can navigate through the classroom is an @gmail.com. Okay. Kristen, go ahead. Or Kirsten.
Hey guys, sorry, just trying to
No
get
worries.
ready. But if I have a Google account, but it's @High Home Group, but it is a
Yes.
Google domain. Will that work? No, sure you won't.
Nope. No third parties or sub addresses. It needs to be a specific @gmail.com.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Awesome. Cool. All right. Is that clear as mud? We're good? Yeah. All right. I love it. All right. Awesome. So we're going to move on to the Mortgage Minute today. My boy, Carl Lewis. I'm glad you're feeling better, buddy. You got a little under the weather the other day, but you seem like you're bounced back and ready to go. Share with us what's going on, my friend, with the mortgage rates.
Thanks, Chris. Hey, I want to say I appreciate everybody having me on. Sorry, my voice is still coming back. I've had the flu for the last like 4 or 5 days, so just kind of trying to tough it out. But yeah, really had an exciting end of the week last week. I don't know if you guys heard, but mortgage rates actually came down the most that they've ever come down in my career, at least all the way. I started in 2004, but even the data going back to 2009, nothing supports one day that had a bigger drop than last Thursday. So we saw rates come down from around 7% almost all the way down to 6%, like low sixes for a conventional loan. And then FHA and VA, those have dropped down mid to high fives. So we're starting to see what we've expected, which is that, yeah, we're seeing inflation, and that's kind of like, the big concern really with the Fed and everything that the government's doing to try to, save our economy and by increasing the Fed funds rate. But the inflation numbers coming in the way that they have. So what happened was on Thursday, the CPI, which is the Consumer Price Index, it came back significantly lower than what we had expected. And that's why rates dropped. And so what that's an indication of is that the Fed will either slow down their increasing in the Fed funds rate. So maybe like in December, instead of increasing the Fed funds rate by 0.75, we're thinking they're only going to do it by 0.5. And the market's going to like that. Bond investors like that because that's a sign that there's less inflation and that's going to be a better investment for them. And so that's great for us here in real estate too, right? Because if we have home buyers who are, kind of on the fence. I mean, I know I even felt it over the weekend. I had some buyers where there was, they were sort of on the fence, not sure. And then that demand just like appeared like, oh my gosh, I better jump on this opportunity because now all of a sudden rates drop. So it's like, there is a tipping point, right? Warren Buffett says it best. Asset prices are directly related to interest rates. There's a direct relationship to that, right? So if rates hit a certain point, values will not go down. They will go back up. And so there will be just like there was a tipping point to kind of get where we're at now, there's a tipping on the other side. And I truly believe that this is a window of opportunity for home buyers to take advantage of in this season. So I'll give you one quick example. I have one of the clients I had over the weekend. There was a property that was listed at 1.163 million. So 1,163,000. The seller had bought it for 1.2 million. They worked for a large company. The large company bought it because they were relocating them. So large company owned it. They had it listed for like 90 days. My buyer came in, offered 950 with a 3% seller credit. They got countered $1 million with the 3% seller credit, and they took it. So they got like a 20% discount on that property from what they would have paid last year. Wow. So tell me that's not a good opportunity to buy a house.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then fast forward maybe 6 months, 9 months, a year, there's so much really good data supporting that we're probably going to go into a little bit of a recession, and that we're probably going to see a significant decrease in rates where a lot of these folks are going to be able to refinance. Now, not everybody. We want to make sure we're not promising, the world if that's not going to be a possibility. But, the price you pay for a home is so much more important than the interest rate you get, because eventually they probably are going to refinance. And so that's just, what we're talking to our customers about. We want people to, be able to take advantage of this market and this opportunity that could be like COVID. Do you guys remember COVID? Where it's like, oh, everybody's backing out. Oh, prices are going down. When actually that was like one of the best times to buy a home, in hindsight, right? Yeah. So what if this is the same situation, And so I wanted to share actually one other thing with you guys. I'm just going to share my screen really quick. Should I share my screen here?
Yeah, present now.
A little
arrow.
Oh yeah, present now, window.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, this is cool. I like this. Oh, okay. So this just shows, so one of the biggest reasons why you'll hear the Fed and other economists say, oh, we're not going to be going into a recession. And recessions are actually, I think a recession would be kind of a good thing. Just, maybe not a big one, but a little one, would be a good thing for our economy. But a lot of people are saying, oh, we're not going to have a recession because of unemployment. Unemployment's so strong. Well, here's a slide that shows that I watched a video on yesterday. And it shows these aren't mortgage companies or real estate companies, because there's obviously a lot of layoffs and cuts in that department. These are tech companies. Twitter's cutting 50% of his workforce. I actually heard it was going to be 80. 13% of the staff from Facebook, Snapchat, 20%, Shopify, 10%. Like literally almost every single company that you can think of that's, a big needle mover, they're either cutting staff or they're doing a hiring freeze. And so I think that that's going to hit the unemployment numbers also. And when we see that, then that should also help interest rates, because once the unemployment number increases a little bit, then they'll say it's actually we're in a recession, and then the Fed will stop increasing short-term rates. So see if I can get out of the screen.
Awesome.
Yeah, so that's what I got for today. If you guys have any questions, I'd be happy to get those answered for you.
Awesome, Carl. Always coming through with some solid content, man. I love that. Layoffs. I'm sorry to see that. But that looks like the world where we're heading towards. Thank you again, Carl, for bringing that content. Real quick, as we move on, just remember, FYI, our book of the month, the 10X Rule. If you guys haven't started reading it, read this book. It's amazing. I set the link in the stream as well, the Amazon, to purchase the book. There is such great nuggets in this right now, man. Literally, I mean, I'm really rethinking the idea of success. It is now my moral and ethical obligation in life. It's not an option. It is my moral and ethical obligation to actually create success. So anyways, Sasha, did you have a question real quick?
No, I just wanted to mention that you can get it on Audible.
Oh yeah. If it's good,
I've been just listening to it because,
Totally. I'm actually the guy who likes writing and things and highlight. I scribble all over my book. That's my gig. So I have to get a book. But yeah, if you're down with the Audible, I'd say rock it out. Either way, get that content in your head. It is legitimate. So awesome. All right. Well, hey, there's like okay, I can't say crap. There's a ton of people on this call. You know why? Because we have another celebrity on this call. It's not because of me, Brent. It's because of you, buddy. I'm just gonna tell you right now. But I just want to say right now, I mean, how do I even put the words that I have for this guy? This man, I've known him for well over a decade. He literally has changed my life. He's the guy that keeps kicking me in the butt all the time from day one coming to XP. He used to even come to my market centers, man, and come coach and train when he was at Keller Willams. The guy wasn't even part of my group, and he would come, travel, and coach at my office. This is the kind of guy we have. And I want to share with you this. Actually, he's such a stellar looking guy too. I have a picture of you, Brent. I got to share it, buddy. I got to share it. This is you. This is our man, the Build Legacy. If you guys haven't been to Texas yet to go to one of his Build conferences, you guys need to make it. The Build 2020 through 2022 was off the charts. 2023 is around the corner, and he literally blows your mind. But anyways, I'm not going to keep talking because it's not even worth me to keep talking. I'm going to let you know right now, this man will inspire you. He is the caffeine coffee to your morning. He will rock your boat. Brent, take it away, my friend. You inspire us in so many ways. I love you, brother. Thank you. You're mute's minded though. Unmute your mic, buddy. There we go.
Am I good?
Yep, gotcha.
I just realized it says you. I don't even have a name on this thing. I use Zoom. I'm like, what is Google Hangout or whatever it is? You guys have confounded technology, man. Good to see you guys. Hello from Puerto Rico. It is 3:20 in the afternoon here. So for those of you in the Hawaiian Islands, what time is it there? Anybody know what time it is in Hawaii?
9 o'clock.
9 a.m.
Yep.
We've been up
for hours.
I got up at 1 a.m. your time or something. I don't know what time it was. Well, great to see everybody. And man, so much respect for so many great leaders here and what you're doing. So tell me what it's like in Hawaii. I know a lot of you are all over, but we know in California, sales are down almost 50%. So if you were selling 4 homes a month, you're selling 2. If you were selling 2, you're selling 1. If you were selling 1, you're looking for a job at Google because they're still hiring 50% of their workforce, I saw. But, nowhere else. So what's it like in Hawaii? Is it full steam ahead? Have you noticed a shift? I would like to know what you guys are experiencing. Who wants to share?
I'm on the island of Kauai. Number of sales were down 45% in August, 55% in September, and 42% in October. So that's all you need to know.
There you go. Is it similar like that in the other islands? What do you guys say? Anybody want to kick in for Oahu or Maui or
I'm
Kona?
on Oahu, and I have 6 listings that are just sitting there, and we've done reduction and reduction and reduction. So
yeah,
it's funny. We went into escrow yesterday on 1 though, so woo! But
yep.
Yeah.
All right. So we're seeing this everywhere. Puerto Rico, the home prices in Dorado, it's a Ritz-Carlton property, have dropped millions of dollars a house, just like overnight. So, that was a bit of a freakish bull run up, and down it comes to the real floor. But you know, we're seeing it nationwide. Everywhere you go, there's a big switch. You got a choice. You can suffer, or you can overcome, or you can panic and run. And so one of the things I want you to do is to realize what season you're in right now. Is it spring? Is it springtime? Is it summer? Or is it possibly fall? Things are getting colder. The wind's coming. The storms are, or are we full on in winter? Anybody want to take a guess what season we're in? Anybody have a feeling?
Feels like a
All
winter.
going into winter.
Yeah, Tony Robbins would say, "Welcome to winter." So part of you making it is to realize you're no longer in spring, summer, or fall. It is winter, and you got to just really like turn it on. So you know, I've been in real estate since '96, and you know, I've seen these come and go, and I've seen who makes it, who doesn't, and so you got to dial it up. You got to start doing some different things. Everyone, write this down if you're taking notes. Hope is not a strategy. So you know, this year you sold X, but the first 50% of this year was a boom market. The next 50% is a much different market. Those 6 listings last January, February, March, April, would they have sat there like that, do you think? No, not at all. So here's the deal. If you don't do something different, you're not even going to repeat 2022 and 2023. And who wants to repeat the year before? You always want to be improving. The Japanese word kaizen, constantly improving. You know, why not do better? But here's the deal. If you keep doing what you've been doing, it'll be worse in 2023 because we're looking at an entire year of what it is now. And it was great that interest rates dropped. So I want to, you know, ask you some questions. Who would like to be debt-free, money in the bank, traveling, you know, you're living in a home that you like, that you're kind of excited to come home to, you're driving a car that you're excited to come home to, all those sort of things, right? Who would like to do those? So of course, we all would. Those are external conditions, you know, nice home, nice car, boat, cabin, travel. Those are external things. So what are you guys doing in here? So I have some questions for you. And I wish I could see the whole screen. I can only see a handful of you. I don't know how to see. Is there a way that I could scroll and see people? How does it work?
If you hit on your screen, there's a little pin. If you hit that pin, it'll go to everybody.
There's a pin, huh?
Yeah, like put your thing, hover over your screen, and there's like a pin, a microphone, and a minus sign.
Okay, I see.
It says pin Brent Gove to your main screen.
I see pin.
Yeah, hit the pin and undo it, and your face will go, and it should open up to everything.
I see my face big now. Now my face is big. So
Okay.
Maybe I wasn't pinned.
Let's see here.
Let's see. Unpin myself. And I want to see a lot of people. I like to see you guys.
Let's see. How did you
keep pressing the pen and it should come up? Like it changes the screen, I think, every time you press the pen.
Yeah. Or you have to change your layout, which is there's three little dots. 3 little dots next to the hang up sign.
Yeah.
Hit that and open it up, and on there it says change layout. Hit change layout.
Yeah, hold on. We're gonna all learn together, so it's okay. Let's see. Now I can't get back to the way it was. Okay, hit pin. Okay, so I go to my face here and I do what?
Oh no, go to the bottom of the page. There's 3 little dots.
Okay, 3 little dots.
Click on that. Opens up another box.
Yeah. What do I do now? Change layout.
Yep.
Okay, and then what do I do now? Tiled?
Yeah, you should be able to do tiled.
Yeah, I got a lot more people. Awesome.
There
and
we
then
go.
I think I did make the display smaller. Oh, I made them smaller so I could see everybody. Okay, sorry guys. I just want to see you. I want to see what's going on. So I have a question for you. Who doesn't want to just have the most amazing freaking life of your life, the best life ever? Man, we all want to do it. So I have a question for you. Raise your hand. Now I'm looking at like a bunch of you, I don't know, 30, 40 of you. Raise your hand if you went to 10X last year. Raise your hand. Raise your hand. Let me see. 1, 2. That's good. 3, a few of you. Raise your hand if you went to UPW, not on a Zoom, but you actually went in person to a UPW, Unleash the Power Within. Raise your hand. I see some people online doing it. Oh, good. This is good. Okay, that's where you kind of, because we all want external success, but it all begins with internal. Write this down. Self-loathing never served the world. It's hard to love people if you hate yourself. If you look in the mirror and you're like, you're just disgusted with not the way you look, but you're just not feeling good about you. It's hard to love other people. You got to be able to look in the mirror and be comfortable in your skin, not in a narcissistic, like, oh, look at me, I'm God's, we're not talking about that. But you got to go, I like being me, like Dylan Nanaka. I like being Dylan. I like being Shireen Duncan. You got to be happy being you. And part of that is working on some personal growth, because we all want amazing things in our life. But if you don't work on the inside, there's a saying, if you write this down, your actions speak so loud, I can hardly hear what you're saying. Write that one down. Your actions speak so loud. So what am I trying to say to you? Well, the average 18-year-old graduating from high school this year with acne and pimples is going to drop 50 grand on college. And they're going to do that for the next 4 years each year. They're going to spend $200,000 on their internals so they could go out, wave a diploma, and hopefully get a job paying 50 grand a year or 70 grand a year, hopefully. But they're going to dump these 18-year-old punk kids are going to drop $200,000 into their internal success. So I have a question for you. You're like, well, yeah. Did you spend $200,000 in the past 4 years on your internal success? Have you done that? And you're going to let these punk kids be you? And what they're learning in college half the time is a bunch of garbage, right? And so, I mean, complete rubbish and garbage. I am like anti-college for sure. But if you really want to grow and watch your wife explode, go to John Maxwell, spend $1,500. Compare that to college. Go to a Tony Robbins event and buy a $2,500 ticket. Compare that to the price of college. Go to a 10X event. Well, I don't like Grant Cardone. He'll speak once. You're going to hear from Usher. You're going to hear from Kevin Hart. You're going to hear from John Travolta. You're going to hear from people like Michael Jordan and Michael Phelps and Serena Williams. And people have done amazing things in their lives. And they're going to sit here and go, yeah, I remember Usher saying, when I went to LA, I was sleeping in my car for months and months and months. I was struggling. I was poor, starving, and broke. It was so hard to break into the music industry in LA. And this is Usher talking, because there were times I just wanted to pack up and run and go back to, I think he's from Atlanta. I don't quite remember where he said he was from, but he talks about his own struggle. And so here's something I want you guys to write down. If you're taking notes, write down this word, struggle. You're feeling sorry for yourself, that you're feeling sorry for yourself because you're feeling sorry for yourself. What you focus on expands. Stop feeling sorry for yourself. Realize we all struggle, man. Usher struggled. Kevin Hart struggled. Michael Jordan, Michael Phelps, you name it. And so you need to just go to things and invest in you this year. So what are some things you could go to? Well, like 10X is happening Valentine's Day, February 14th, 15th, and 16th in Las Vegas. I'm going to be there with my wife. We're going to celebrate Valentine's Day in Las Vegas. We're going a little early. We're going to go golf at Wolf Creek Golf Resort. We're going to go play Cascada. We're going to stay a little late. We're going to make it fun, but we're investing in us. We have done so much with Platinum Partners and Date with Destiny and UPW, and then we're in other things, Grow Stack Drive. We are constantly growing, and so learn, grow, change, and it's the key to going big. So I have a secret for you. A lot of you struggle with something called the tyranny of the urgent. Tyranny of the urgent. Write that down. And that means you get a call from your lender. You get a call from the mortgage, the title, your buyer, your seller, the other agent's upset, the roofer's late, the plumber, the flooring contractor, and you're just being yanked around all day long. And so one of the things you got to do is really design a calendar and stick to it. Like every Wednesday night and Saturday night, I take my wife out. And I think it's a big reason why we were able to stay married 31 years. You meet a lot of couples. When's the last time you went on a date, dressed up, went out on a date? I don't know, 6 months ago, 3 months, I can't even remember when. We go out every Wednesday. It is what we do. It's our DNA. Every Wednesday, every Saturday, we go out and date. We act like 17-year-olds. We literally parked on a park bench last night in Palmas. We're on this cleanse thing. I snuck in and put coffee. Don't tell Kathy. Okay, there's some things that are best left hidden, but she's in the office there. She knows I cheat sometimes. But here's the deal. It's 3 o'clock. But we went on a park bench. We sat there and talked, and we were like, come on, let's make out. We actually did. It was super fun. I'm like, we're freaking 56 and 57. We're like, it's gross if you're young, but we love it. I still like making out with my wife. And so that's why we have 5 kids, adopted 3. We have 8 kids. Life's great. But, do you go to the gym? Would you do buyers on Monday, sellers on Tuesday, follow up on Wednesday? I called Chris yesterday and tried to talk to him because I can't talk to you right now. It's my reading time. He's reading 10X. He's not only encouraging us to do it, he's doing it. So are you a slave to the tyranny of the urgent, or are you in control? Do you think some of the great coaches or great athletes were slave, or did they have a routine? Kobe Bryant had a routine. Michael Jordan, Wayne Gretzky, the greatest hockey player of all time. They weren't slaves to the tyranny of the urgent, but in real estate, I think we are. So when are you going to prospect? When are you going to show property? When are you going to go on listing appointments? When are you going to be a dad? When are you going to be a mom? When are you going to be a wife or husband? That is way more important than real estate. Trust me, you'll see. But there's like God first. When are you going to spend time? We turn the chairs around. We live right here, just like you guys in Hawaii. It's late in the day. You can't see it, but that's the ocean. The palm trees, beautiful. We're like waves rolling. I'm 40 feet from the waves. I'm up high, thank God, but I'm 40 feet, okay, maybe 100 feet. But here's the deal. I'm right here. And we turn these chairs around over here, and we'll have a cup of coffee, and we read, and we pray, and we spend time together as a couple every morning. That is our habits. What are your habits? And we commune with God, and then each other, and then the kids. I didn't marry my kids. I married my wife, and we had kids. Some of you are so into your kids, you've forgotten about each other. Well, I just tolerate my wife. I tolerate my husband. Energy is the key to your real estate business. It's the key to your relationships. If you're in a dead relationship, start pumping energy into it. What do you do if a plant's struggling? You fertilize it, you water it, you pay attention to it. You might prune it and do this and that. But I'm telling you right now, you could have the marriage, the relationship of your dreams. Maybe you're not married, but you're in a relationship. Put energy into it. Well, if she would do that, then I'd do this. You're an idiot. If he would do this, then you're going to fight a loser's battle. Don't be a victim, be a victor. You show up. A leader shows up and does what needs to be done when it needs to be done, whether you feel like it or not. That means you're going to love, you're going to forgive, and you're going to give and give and give and give, and they don't have to give back because you're a warrior woman. You're a warrior dude. You're a king. You're a queen. That's what you do. You give. Well, I've been doing it for 3 months. You sound like a little child. Stop it. Right? You give because that's what real women and real men do. Okay? Now, if you're in a physically abusive relationship, leave. Right? If someone's like, I'm not saying to stay in that relationship, but if you're in a good relationship where you guys have just drifted apart because you weren't paying attention. Oh, you pay attention to your real estate business. You get on these Zooms, and I'm not trying to beat you guys up, but I'm thinking, what are your priorities tonight? There's like the 5 F's. There's your faith, there's your family, there's your finances, there's your fitness, and then there's fun, right? And if it's all work and no play, like I golf tomorrow morning, I can't wait. I'm golfing. Whoops, there goes water. Oh man. Oh my gosh. Hold on. Minor emergency. My gosh. Woo. Just dumped a full bottle of water in the couch next to me.
Tyranny of the urgent, Brent. Just do it.
Yeah. I was a victim of the tyranny urgent. Well said. So here's the deal. I want to challenge you guys a little bit in your priorities, and then when you work. And when it's time to play, and don't mix the two, man. I mean, have fun while you're working, but man, when you are working, I'm always having a good time, but I work like a dog, man. And so here's what I want to do. I want to challenge you because right now is the time to step up. It's a time to step up, and you need to step up or you're going to get buried. And so I think my breakthrough came for me in 1999. I was in real estate in 96, and this is going to change your life. For some of you, if you really listen in and pull in right now, I'm going to change your life. There's like meeting Jesus, that's better. But then there's this, okay? So this is a big moment. This might be more important than when you met your spouse. I'm kidding. Okay, but here's the deal. This is going to be big for you. My first 6 months, I sold 3 homes. I was 30 years old. I was not successful. The next 12 months, I sold 18, kind of figured things out, man. Started showing property. If people look, they buy. Write that down. If people look, they buy. Just get them, show them stuff. They will want to make offers. Get them looking. So that's number 2. The third year, I did 28 sales. So my 4th year, 1999, I did 48 sales. I made $393,000, which is a lot of money now. It is a lot of money then in 1999. And I'm doing great. And it's June 29th. And guess what happens? I am like Mr. 4th of July. I love our country. I think it's the greatest nation on earth. It's flawed and messed up, but I think it's better than all the rest. I think it's an incredible nation. And so I'm super patriotic. I put out the flags. We get the barbecue fired up. I always got the pool. We have 60 to 100 people at my house every 4th of July. Did I tell you I like the 4th of July? I love it. And Christmas and the 4th of July. Halloween could go away I'm not a Halloween guy, but I love Christmas and I love Thanksgiving and Easter. And yes, I like nice, happy endings. So here's the deal. So if you listen to me, I'm going to change your life. So I get the call about 9 a.m. Lender calls me, can't do the loan. There was something went catastrophic with their divorce paperwork or something. Cannot do this loan. Deal done. That's 3. I had 3 in escrow. Feeling pretty good. Like had $30,000 in the pipe. 4th of July is coming. We're going to have a good time. It's June 29th, 1999. All of a sudden at 10 a.m. I get a call from the other agent on the deal. He goes, hey, home didn't appraise. It was like a huge, it was like $60,000. Like we were at 700 and it appraised at 640. Buyer doesn't want to come up a penny. Seller won't drop a penny. Deal just went, died. Deal number 2 dead. Literally an hour later, 11 o'clock, I had a call from my buyers on another deal. Hey, we just got the home inspection report emailed to us last night. We couldn't sleep. We read over it. We woke up, went over this morning. We're sick to our stomachs. We want out of this deal. This house is a mess. I'm like, whoa, time out. What's wrong? Maybe we can get the seller to fix it. No. We want out. We're scared to death. The home inspection freaked them out. And they backed out of the deal. By the way, side note, teaching moment. I learned to, at that point, tell people, by the way, hey, Cindy, Doug, Brandy, Raquel, Patricia, I'm looking at you guys, Carissa, what's up, Linda? Hey, Carlos. And I see you guys right now. I would say, hey, we're going to buy a home and I'm going to hire the best home inspector on the islands. And this gal is so good. You're hiring them to praise the home or to find out what's wrong with the home. Why are you hiring a home inspector? And everyone says to find out what's wrong with it. Do you want them just to glad hand you and smile and go, wow, it's a really good value you've made. It's a good price. Or they want you to tell you if the foundation's jacked up or the roof or the windows are bad, or if it's got bad plumbing or electrical or bad AC. Do you want to know every detail about this home? Yes, I go, good. This is why we're hiring Shireen Duncan. She's the best home inspector in Honolulu, blah, blah, blah. That's why we're hiring Chris Okamura and Kona. The guy's famous on the island, but I'm telling you, he's like a forensic auditor. He's like CSI for your house. He is going to put a scope in this house and he is going to come back. And I'm telling you, no matter what home you buy, it's going to scare you. It's going to be bad. We could go to brand new construction on the islands. Brand new. It looks great. What could be wrong? He's going to come up with a list of 30 things that is wrong with that house. He's the best of the best. I could get a home inspector cheaper, save you $100. Or do you want to have Chris? You want to have Shireen? Oh, I want Chris. I want Shireen. I want to know. I says, good, but I'm telling you, it's going to be bad. Doesn't matter what home you find. This guy, this gal, this home inspector is the best. So be prepared. It's going to be bad. When I started talking to my clients like that, and I've sold over 7,000 homes, you might try it. Every single time they go, Brent, we got the home inspection. I go, yeah, everything's great. I go, what do you mean? I go, no, we want the house. It wasn't bad at all. I go, there were only 9 pages of stuff. We looked at it. It's all really minor. And there's a little issue with the foundation. And I bought a funny side story. I helped my kids buy a home in Roseville. And the home inspector called me and said, man, the house is jacked. I go, what do you mean? He goes, it's jacked up. I go, really? It's bad? He goes, no, literally, it's jacked up. It's on automobile jacks. He showed me pictures of automobile jacks holding the house up. And it was a $500,000 home, cute, craftsman style. It was hilarious. But anyways, side note. But so here's the deal. Prepare your buyers when they see that home inspection. So it's not like you throw a frog in water, it'll swim around. You throw them in boiling water, it jumps right out. Some of you give that home inspection to your buyer and they freak out and they want them to fix 30 items or they just want out of the deal. So you learn through your pain, through your struggle. So back to my story. I went a little off on you there. Back to my story. So here I am with nothing in escrow. My favorite holiday, pretty much, well, Christmas I like better, but 4th of July is big. And I have no money. I have nothing. We had just paid off credit cards and paid off things. And we're kind of backward. We just didn't have a lot of money. And I wasn't too worried about it. So I got closing after closing after closing. I'm closing at home every week for the next 3 weeks. I got $30,000 coming. I'm fine. And it went gone in 3 hours. And what I want you to tell you is like COVID was a blessing in the fact that we learned we can work remotely and live anywhere. I live in the Caribbean. COVID was a blessing in that regard. People live all over the world now. They telecommute, they Zoom. I have a billionaire friend of mine here hanging out with me. He's going to head to New Zealand for 3 months. He's just going to work from New Zealand. And so, but here's the deal. Your hardship is what's God using. He's shutting one door, but he opens another. And so whatever it is you're facing, financial problems right now, marital relationship, your business just tanked, it's your turn. It's your turn to step up and say, it ain't that bad. To wipe the blood off your face and say, is that all you got? Because if it's too tough for you, it's just right for me. So what I had to do is I had to come to Jesus moment with myself. I realized I made a few calls with some clients. It was June 29th. I'm like, hey, let's go out and look at it. They go, dude, it's 4th of July. We're going to Tahoe. We're going to Monterey. We're going to San Diego. We're going to Las Vegas. We're going to take the everything out into the desert and ride dune buggies. We're going camping. Like, no, I got to sell something. I got to make money here for my family. I panicked. I go, oh my God. I don't think anyone's going to focus till July 15th. They leave the 4th. They don't get back to the 10th, 11th, 12th. And then maybe the 15th, I could showing property. And maybe if I sell a home in the first 7 days, maybe, then July 22nd. And if it's a 30-day close, it's August 22nd. And we were doing 30 and 45-day close. I go, I may not get paid again until September. And it's June. I was like freaking panicked. And then I got mad. I was 34 years old, been in real estate for 4 years. I'm selling 48 homes that year. I'm making $393,000, but I was spending every bit of it, right? We bought a new Suburban. I bought a Chevy Tahoe. We bought a new home, and we're paying off credit cards and paying off debt, but I didn't have a lot of left over, right? I didn't have a lot of saved up, so we were paying off debt. And I realized what it meant. It meant that I was going to call my 37-year-old brother, Randy Gove in El Dorado Hills, and go, Randy, can I borrow $500 for groceries? And then I'd probably call him a week later and go, hey, can I borrow $700 to make the car payment? Then I'd probably call him a week later and go, hey, you get $200 for gas. I got to go to the Bay Area and show property. And I knew, because that's what I always did. I always called my big brother, and he always helped me out. I didn't ask for a lot of money, but I'd always ask for money. And I'm like, this is not okay. I'm 34 years old. I need to not call my brother and ask for money. And something snapped. And so here's what I hope is your changing moment for you. I got freaking pissed. I'm like, this is not okay. It is not fair to my wife. It's not fair to my kids. It's not fair to my brother and his wife. There's Brent calling again, needs $700. He was a landscape contractor, putting in concrete and doing landscape. He wasn't rich. He had a payroll of 15 guys. He's struggling to meet himself. Payroll was never easy for my brother either. And so I said, that's it. I told my wife, and I'm not a proponent of this, but if you know what, if you can't feed your kids, if you don't have money for groceries and you can't pay the rent or your mortgage, or you're going to have your car repossessed, you don't deserve to sit around and I deserve a day off. No, you don't. There's 3 rules in life. Number 1, life is not fair. Number 2, you're entitled to nothing, not even healthcare. And number 3, nobody's coming to save you. You just keep thinking someone's coming to save you. How's that program working out for you? Life is not fair. You're entitled to nothing, and nobody's coming to save you. Just deal with it. And so I, in that state, got mad. I thought, what can I do? I go, that's it. I've had enough. I told my wife, I go, babe, I'm working 30 days straight. I'm not even taking a day off. I don't recommend that. I don't do it, but we had no money. I'm not going to sit around on a Sunday and take the day off when I have no money to buy groceries to feed my 3 kids. How many kids I have back then? Yeah, I had 3. I have so many now. Say, wow, I was 99. I had 3. But here's the deal. One of them was a baby. She was born in July. She was born right there. Sarah, she's 23 now. Yeah. And so here's the deal. I said, I'm going to sell 30 homes in 30 days. I've had enough of this. Most agents want to sell 30 homes in a year. And Zig Ziglar says the reason is most salespeople are just salespeople. They're wandering generalities. And Zig Ziglar says we need to go from a wandering generality to a meaningful specific. I mean, you got a sense of urgency. Get your ass out of bed at 5 a.m. because you have goals and things to do for your family, not for money, not for a Rolex watch. We're talking about public schools versus private schools. Personally, I think public schools are the most jacked up, unbelievable. I'm so anti-public school and college, I can't even tell you. It is so jacked up. So for me, I put my kids in private schools, and they all had to open businesses in high school and run P&Ls and have partners. And they actually had real partners and real businesses and ran P&Ls. And that's what my kids during high school. And they had to learn about interpersonal relationships and learn about money and marketing and life skills instead of whatever the heck they're taught, crazy things. It was awesome. But here I'm digressing. So I set this goal, 30 homes in 30 days. It's called a BHAG. Everyone write down this acronym, write it down. Some of you already know about it. We need to do it. Big, hairy, audacious goal. Something that just like, who the hell do you think, really? You're gonna sell 30 homes the next 30 days here in Honolulu? Good luck with that. Kona. Who the hell do they think they are in Kona to sell 30 homes? Who do you think you are? Get back in the bucket. Get in the bucket. Here, remember the crabs? The crab's trying to get up. Now they grab his ass and they pull him back in the freaking bucket. No more bucket for you, baby. You set your goals. My goal, I was pissed. And I not at the economy, not at my brother, my wife, not my kids, not my manager at ReMax. I was a ReMax agent. I was pissed at me. You look in the mirror, you get mad at you because I'm sure as heck not holding you back. Shereen, Duncan, Chris, Dylan Oak, they're not holding you back. You are holding you back. And you take 100% responsibility for the car you drive, the apartment you live in, the home you live in, the home you wish you lived in, the vacations you don't take or do take. If you got it all right, if you're out of debt, money, take responsibility for it. But take responsibility. Do not blame the governor of Hawaii. Do not blame Joe Biden. Do not blame the interest rates. Stop blaming. Don't pass the buck. Teddy Roosevelt, our president, the buck stops here, baby. Take responsibility for your life. And so I said, you know what? I'm selling 30 homes in 30 days. I didn't know how I was going to do it, but I said, I'm going to do it. I'm done. And then I go, okay, well, I'm going to sell 30 homes in 30 days. That means I have to sell a home every day. So I had this new goal. It made me ask a question of myself I'd never asked. Because I was like Zig Ziglar. I wasn't a superstar, talented salesperson. They make millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars a year. The highest paid profession in the world is sales if you're a superstar. Most salespeople in mortgage or real estate are not superstar because they're what I was. Selling 48 homes a year just means you're a wandering generality. What are you gonna do? I'm going in the office, call some buyers, see if I can get a listing appointment. What are you gonna do this weekend? Oh, I might surf, I might show some property, maybe try to get maybe set up an open house, maybe this, oh my God. Do you really think that's how people get places in life? Mm-mm. So I set this crazy goal, 30 homes in 30 days, and I'm like, I can sell a home a day. And then here was the question I never asked myself. Why will you not sell a home tomorrow? I'll answer the question for you. You don't have a goal to do it. You don't have a burning desire in your soul to do it. Was it for money? No, it's for my kids, man. It was for my wife. It was for freaking groceries. It was for milk. I'm not playing today. I'm not playing. I love you, but I'm not playing. So here's the deal. If I'm going to sell a home tomorrow, what do I have to do? New question, new goal, new question. I went, man, I guess I have to show property every day. If I'm not showing property, I wasn't a listing agent at that point. I was only worked with buyers. I didn't have any listings that would sell. I was the only buyers. I had no listings. In fact, I was so against listings because I got one and they're freaking mean. Sellers are mean as hell. What are you doing to market my home? Why aren't you pulling weeds? What are you I didn't like it. So that people would call me list their home. I'm like, hey, Century 21's big in the pocket. And so I could call Century 21. They're big. I wouldn't even take the time to refer it for 25%. I was so repulsed by listings at that time. It was 1999, 4 years in. So here I am. I go, okay, I can show property every day. So I set this goal like somehow, some way, somebody's going to see a condo, a halfplex, a duplex, multifamily, beginner home, intermediate, luxury home. Somebody's seen a piece of land in Maui. I don't care what it takes. Somebody's seeing property today. And when I became that guy, guess what? Next day, showed property. Next day, showed property 2 times a day. Next day, showed property 3 times. Next day, didn't show property because I was busy writing offers. Next day, showed property once. Next day, didn't show property. Next day, showed property 4 times. Next day, showed property 2 times. Next day, showed property 5 times in one day. I was writing offers every freaking day. I was selling homes like clockwork. And I'm proud to tell you, at the end of 30 days, I got to back it up one second. My record was 7 sales in a month. What is the average commission in Hawaii? What is that worth to you? What a sale on average, not the big one, but not the little one, just your typical boring Hawaii commission. What is it?
25.
What did you say?
25.
$25, $2,500, $25,000?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God, I'm gonna throw up all over the monitor. Anyways, I'm from Sacramento.
That's
So
just for Shireen.
which price was
Yeah,
like
that's just Shireen.
$500,000.
That's just $1 million home, right?
Is that what everybody's
2.5%.
doing in Hawaii? They're making 25 grand. Let's pull
No, it's 12 to 18.
Let's go 15. Let's go conservative. I get it.
Shireen's killing people right now.
So-
The Metro Detroit guy's dying over here.
I know exactly. They pay you to buy homes there, or they used to. But here's the deal. Listen to me. If you sold 7 homes in the last 30 days, like I did, that was my record, and you get $15,000 a house. How much is that? It's $105,000, right? 105 in a month. And now my commissions were much less. So the year I did 48, 1999, I made $393,000. I had to sell 48 homes. You imagine what 48 homes would make you in the Hawaiian Islands at those commission levels. And so I did 1 month, I'd done 7 homes. And I think all that made me like $88,000. So I think it was my net from the 7 homes back in the day. I think it was 1999. I did it earlier in the year, but I think, God, I normally sold 3 to 5. Did 48 a year, 3 some months, 5 some months, 4 some months, but 3 to 5 is my kind of my jam. And I'm like, God, will I ever sell 7 homes again? Seems like so many. How would you feel if you closed escrow and got paid 7 times in the past 30 days? How would you feel? How would your family be? So at the end of the 30 days, I was very focused. I had a sense of urgency like I can't tell you. And I'm just showing property. They're picking the homes, but I'm showing property and I'm writing offers and I'm putting them. And I'm here to tell you at the end of 30 days, by becoming laser focused and not a wandering generality, but as Zig Ziglar says, a meaningful specific, with love in my heart, helping people, not just selling things. I made sure I got what they wanted, but I was after it. I epically failed. I didn't even get close to 30. Why are you telling us this? Because I only sold 14 homes that month. I only sold a home every other day for an entire month. I want you to imagine the next 30 days, you sell a home every other day between now and Christmas. How would you feel if you had 14 homes in escrow? I had one of those guys says, hey, I want you to give me half of your commission or I'm going to cancel the sale and buy through a friend of mine. Now, when you have one in escrow, what do? You give them half the commission. That actually happened to me. I said, dude, if you do that, I will hunt you down. I go, no, I'm not doing that. I worked my butt off for you. We made a deal. I got in his face. He's, oh, I just see what you do. Bull. He wanted to see if I'd cave and take half my commission. But I had 14 homes in escrow. You can kiss my fanny, baby. That ain't happening. I worked hard for you. And some of you get abused by your clients because you have one in escrow. And they insist. I've had them. You need to spend $2,500 towards my windows. And why is that? Because you're getting a $25,000 commission, Shireen, right? 15 grand. You can give out 5 grand, or I'm just going to back out of this deal. You want to get paid something? Because 10 grand is better than 15 grand. I want $5,000 towards my roof. You ever had this stuff happen? I've had it happen so much. But when you have a lot of homes in escrow, you go, look, that's between you and the seller. And you're able to have confidence. And then they back off. They back off. I go, look, I'll pay for another 1-year home warranty. You're going to get 2 years instead of 1. What's that cost you? $400. See, $5,000 for the roof or $400 for home rents. I give them a little something. You got to make them feel like they win a little bit. And after they calm down, they go, thank you. I go, you're not full coverage on the house for 2 years. It's a really inexpensive thing to do when someone's being completely irrational and they feel like they get something. Because when you go to the bank, say, sorry, we don't do that here at Bank of America. Our policy at Bank of America is no and hell no. So you look, we can't do that, but let me tell you, this is what I can do. I'm not necessarily, but I'm going to do this for you. It's like, okay, somebody heard me. They at least did something. And so here's the deal. I want to challenge you. This is your moment. Pain is on the menu for the next 24 months in real estate. I'm not going to sugarcoat it for you. This is my 3rd go around. This is not going to be over in 6 to 12 months. So it's cool. Just step up and slay the dragon. Step up. Mama's going cavewoman, baby. Go out there and kill something. Drag it home. Feed it to the family. Daddy's going caveman. Go kill something. Drag it home. Feed it to the family. You can do this. Now, I believe, I'm a Christian guy. I love the Lord. I believe that you were created in the image of God. And you have certain ability. Now, if you don't believe that, you believe that came from mud, whatever you want to think. But I think you're special. I think you're freaking amazing. I think you have talents beyond your wildest dreams. And I think if you'll start being authentic with your clients, the reason everybody's glued to me right now is I'm being super, super authentic and transparent. And you go, yep, he is. And guess what? When I talk to my buyers, I said, look, the reason I know you have a Sotheby's agent here in Maui and Kona and Oahu. I know you have a Coldwell Banker agent. That's awesome. Keep them. But here's why I want to help you. My business partner is Dylan Nanaka, is Shireen Duncan. And these are the most powerful real estate people in the Hawaiian Islands, in my opinion. Did you catch how I said that at the very end? In my opinion. Very important to throw that in there because you don't want to tell a lie. And I think they are, in my opinion. Now, are there more powerful people in real estate? Possibly. I don't know, and I don't care. But see, we have, between the three of us, probably 30 listings. I don't know what it is. And guess what? We network with the other top, like 1/10 of 1% superstars in the islands. And the reason you want me is because Zillow doesn't have, we show our inventory before it goes on the MLS. You can't get it from Zillow. You can't get it from Realtor.com. You can't get it from Redfin. You can't get it from that agent you love that sold your family 5 homes. So here's what I'm asking, Chris Okamura. I'm asking, can I give you red carpet, white glove service, a concierge level service real estate? You have never, like, you talk to people like this? Yes! Because it's personal. It's about milk. It's about, it's like, does he take steroids? No, 1 cup of coffee, you can imagine 2. But here's the deal. I'm freaking a monster. I'm like a happy, loving monster, but I'm a monster. And I'm like, and I tell him, look, keep your agent. But here's what's going to happen. I noticed you've been looking for him for 3 months. I haven't found you one. I can guarantee you, if I'm just asking for the chance to look for you. No losses, you can't have 2. And let me tell you what, I will find your dream home in the next 2 to 3 weeks. I will turn over every rock, every leaf. I will talk to every top agent, and I'm going to bring you a listing that's not in Zillow. It's not in Realtor.com. It's not in the MLS. Your agent couldn't find it because it's not on the market. That's why you want me. Can you articulate your value proposition? And guess what? If your agent finds you your dream home, don't call me. Call your agent. They've earned the right to write that offer. But if I bring you your dream home and you're like, oh my gosh, and it might even just hit the market 2 hours ago, but you don't hear anything from your agent because they're off in Kauai having a good time. Maybe they flew to the mainland. Maybe they're just backpacking in Kona and they're whatever they're doing, taking some time off, and it's crickets. But I bring you the home and you're going, that's it. Can I write that offer for you? That's what I'm asking. I sound like this at open houses. I mean, people just listen like, hey, help us too. Please, dear God, give us the concierge level service. Give us the red carpet service. Give us your passion. You guys, let it out. Let it out. Be you. Don't be me. Be you. I'm not trying to be anyone. I got here because I was desperate. God gave me a gift. It's called the gift of desperation. Some of you are too comfortable and you're not desperate enough. Answer that call. Step up and do some amazing things with your life. Love your clients. Do the right thing. Principle before profit. I've given up commissions. I've given my commissions to other agents because they were hurting. Principle before profit. Love. Build the love boat. I was a little radical. Might have been a little extreme on today's Zoom, but I felt you needed this. I prayed before I got on this Zoom. I go, what do these agents need? What could I give them? And some are like, I didn't need that at all. I don't know, but I did what I felt I was supposed to do. And hopefully this meant something to you. So do something. So I'm going to give you a homework assignment. Number 1, come over to our Maui Mastermind next month. We're in your backyard, January 29th to February 5th. Dylan Nanaka is going to be speaking. Shireen Duncan's going to be speaking. Chris Okamura. There'll be a bunch of local speakers. We have Glenn Sanford flying in, Dave Kennard flying in, Glenn Stearns, multiple billionaires coming in. The who's who of EXP is coming in your backyard. And you can learn about it at BrentGove.com. Click on the Maui tab. Come hang out with us. Okay. So that's January 29th to February 5th. You should be there. Okay. The mindset, like I just gave you 45 minutes of what we're going to do for 4 days. You're going to get 3 to 6. It's going to be just like this for 4 days. And you're going to come out of there like a freaking monster, like your hair on fire. And guess what? You need a little monster. Right now, you need to be a little monster. It's time. It's time. You cannot, you cannot just go average. Dress like them, look like them, eat like them, sound like them. You're going to get buried. Man, dare to win. They don't talk about the losers, but they'll talk about the winners. They'll talk about you. Oh, that Chris, who's Shereen, who does Dylan think he is? A loving human being that is serving at the highest levels. So come to our Maui Mastermind in January. I mean, it's so close to you. Get there. Now, for those of you on the mainland, I heard someone talk about, we have a brother from Detroit. Awesome. Come in February 14th, 15th, 16th. Come hang out with me. I'll have breakfast with you. I'll go to dinner with you. I want to hang out with you. Maybe I scare you. I don't know. But we're going to be in Las Vegas at the 10X conference. And I spent $10,000 for my chair and $10,000 for my wife because I'm a front rower. I sit in the front row in church. I sit in the front row at John Maxwell stuff, Tony Robbins. I spent $20,000 just for my seats, not the travel. But I want to see the whites of the eyes of the speakers. I want to see them spit from stage. I want to feel them. I want to kick in my 5 senses. We got 1 sense here, a couple senses. You can see me and you can hear me. But baby, I hope you can feel me. And when you're in person with people, you got the pheromones. You can smell them. You can see them. You can taste them. You can get the 5 senses involved. That's why we don't email our listing presentation. We go to their house. Do more important meetings. Golly, you guys fire me up. I'm having so much fun today. This is awesome. So go to either the Maui Mastermind or go to the 10X conference. You can get a seat in the nosebleed section where I did. I did that at first too. $295. Fly Southwest from wherever you are. I think Southwest goes to Hawaii now. You can get one of those tickets for $49. Go to the mainland. Fly Spirit Airlines. You're risking your life. But anyways, do what you have to do. But final thing is this. Final homework assignment. I want you to set a goal today. I want you to set a goal for the next 30 days that scares you. It might be sell 10 homes. Like, I have no idea I'm going to sell 10 homes. Set the goal. I told my sales manager at ReMax. I told my secretary at ReMax. I told everybody that listened to me, this is what I'm going to do. And they laughed. Okay, good luck with that, idiot. I was the only agent in Sacramento that sold 14 buyers a home in a 30-day period. Nobody was doing that. You get some listing agents that might have done that, but then it's top level production. And I was never the same again. It was easy to sell 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 homes a month. Easy. Cakewalk. So what goal are you going to set? So in the chat box right now, I want you to type something and say, I'm going to call Chris Okamura or Dylan, or I'm going to call Shereen, and I'm going to tell them what my big hairy goal. Or if you have a friend like Ross, and I don't know you, but you look like a great guy to know. Carissa Gore, I love it. Your name is almost perfect. Gove Gore. All right, I'm just kidding. Your name's better than mine. I'm just kidding. I get called Brent Gore too. But so here's the deal. Call Carissa, call Ross if you know him, or Kahea or Patricia or Carlos Gutierrez. Call them and say, dude, I'm selling 10 homes the next 30 days. I don't know how, but you set that goal. Then you have to come up with activity levels that you've never dreamed of before. You get focused, you get urgent, you get desperate because it's your family we're talking about here. I mean, don't do this to buy a timeshare in Mexico. Don't do this to buy a Rolex watch. Do this to change lives and for your family. Call Chris Jepson. I see you there, Chris. Drive safe, buddy. Call Layla Chandler. Hey, Layla. What's up, Joanne Wheeler? Call Brandy and say, Brandy, I'm selling 20 homes in the next 30 days. I'm going to go freaking ballistic. And your life will never be the same today. So those are homework assignments. Either come to Maui, come to Las Vegas, and then finally you get to choose one of those two. It's not, by the way, it's not like if you're coming to Maui or Las Vegas, you're going to do one or the other, or I will hunt you down and get you. No, I'm just kidding. I love you guys. I'm just playing with you. But go to one of those things. Work on the internal, and then finally set that big goal. Put in the chat box who you right now. Let's see some chat box flying. I'm going to call Shereen. I'm going to call Chris. And Chris, Shereen, you guys look at that chat box, photograph it, and you call them tonight and say, I talked to my wife. I talked to my husband. I talked to my girlfriend, my significant other. I talked to my pastor, my priest, my synagogue leader. I don't know. But I said, we agreed. I'm selling 30 homes the next 30 days. Hell, I'm going to sell 40 homes the next 30 days. Don't let me limit you. I'm the crab throwing you out of the box. Get out of the bucket, baby. Get out of the bucket. Live your life. Anyways, I went a little over. I probably don't have time for Q&A, but was this okay? Did you guys have a good time tonight? Wave at me. Put
Yes.
some in the chat box. Say, Brent Gove, you're totally nuts, but we love you. Or say you're terrible. Don't ever have him on again. Or whatever.
No. Always rocking the house, my brother. Thank you so much. You literally will put injections into our soul. I feel it every time I hear your voice, my friend. Thank you. And I'm sure everybody on this call the same way. Just love your energy, love your content. You inspire all of us, man. And if you guys have never been to in person with Brent Gove, I mean, you obviously get a version of him on Zoom, but get in that room and have him spit on you. Brent is a guy who will get you rolling every time. So,
It's like a special baptism, you know. No, I'm just kidding. No,
I know,
don't sit
right?
in the front row. It is the splash zone. Hey, by the way, build. We got the dates. It's July 10th through July 12th. It's in San Antonio at the JW Marriott Highland Country. It is better than the Gaylord. It looks like the Gaylord, but it's brand new. It has Water World 2 18-hole golf courses, world-class spa, brand new hotel rooms, brand new restaurants, the food better, the rooms better, the settings better. It is July 10th through the 12th in San Antonio. Every one of you should be there. We're going to be talking about production, and we're going to be talking about building yourself an organization. We do both production training and how to do an organization. Well, I tried that. It's hard for me. You know, I tried becoming a listing agent. It was hard till I figured it out. I tried doing luxury and it was hard till I figured it out. I get it, man. I tried to get married for years, so I figured it out. Come on, what have you ever not struggled with? So enough said. But Chris, thanks for having me on. Shireen, Dylan, you guys are awesome.
Blessing, man. Love you. Thank you for taking time out for us. I appreciate it. Yes. Awesome, guys. See you next week. Y'all have an amazing week. I love each and everybody on this call tremendously. Get on the Google Classroom, please. Look at that schedule. We'll see you guys. EXP Explain on Thursday. If you want to jump in that, it's free. See you guys then. Have an amazing week. Love you guys.